So, hello viewers. So, today we are back with another success story of Vasu, who has finally become an enrolled agent. So, first of all, congratulations, Vasu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
And how are you feeling at this point of time by clearing such an international exam of US taxation?
Ma'am, it's been a great feeling and God has been kind. I'm feeling very, really great. And all the guys who have supported me, including AKPI's team, I'm really thankful to them.
Okay, so let's start our set to set back to back questions. So, first question would be, the technical ones. Which module, which part is the most difficult one according to you?
Definitely, ma'am, part two, because it covers an range of units and it's very technical because the partnership part, the cooperation part, the e-state, every particular segment is very technical. Only the first 8 chapters are theory portion, and above that, every part is very technical, ma'am.
Okay. So another question. So according to you, it's more of, a kind of paper which requires the analytical or the interpretational skills, or more of a provisional based kind of study. Yeah. When it comes
If
to
you
the
talk
question.
about, yeah, okay. But if, ma'am, if you talk about part three, that automatically you've been telling in your YouTube videos as well, it's not that technical. That there is a lot of theory portion. All the 7 chapters are of theory. You just have to learn form numbers. You just have to know what is the process, how to file a return, what ALG does. That is, if you keep aside that part, the part one and part two, they are technical. You should have a skill to analyze the provision. You should know what lawmaker is trying to say. Then
Mhm.
you have to interpret it, and then you have to apply that provision in every case study you get. This is what I did, and I know a lot of students will do the same thing.
Right. Another question. So what kind of, strategy needs to be adopted, especially when it is, your exam has already been scheduled and it has been just 2 or 3 days, left for the examination.
First of all, ma'am, you just have to keep your mind very calm because there's a huge syllabus. You should give 2 mocks before 7 days of your exam that AKPIs provide the two mock tests, and in that frame of 7 days, just recall all the lectures, watch them continuously. That's what I did on your 2.5x speed. And what happens when you visit to the prometric center, that everything you have heard that will resonate in your ears while performing the test, and that is what helped me.
Okay.
It's not, you will not remember anything what you have learned. I'm telling you, I'm honestly, you will just remember what you have heard from sir if
Hmm.
you watch the lectures continuously. And that is the key to success for me, for the students like me. I don't know how others do their performance. It's my strategy, I'm telling you. I've watched the lectures mostly 4 to 5 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So what is the role of quiz software which is provided by us and it eventually covers, all the examination standard questions and it becomes easy for you to, trace as to whether you are all set to go for the examination or not. Yeah. Quiz software.
Yes, ma'am. Q software tells you either you should move ahead or not, you should go to the next unit or not, because they'll tell you the score. If you're scoring a good score between 80 to 100 range, then you're set to go to the next chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So the quiz plays an important role to tell you to either you should go ahead or not. Are you really understanding what lawmaker is trying to say? Are you really understanding the provisions? Are you really if you understanding a provision is a different thing, and then applying the provision is a different thing.
Right.
You'll understand the provision from the sir lectures, then you have to apply it on the quiz software. This is a combination of both the things.
Right. So that means the history and the rationale behind the, as to why the lawmaker actually, made that provision, it is of paramount importance.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
How you
ma'am.
actually apply it. Okay.
Exactly, exactly.
So in the end, I would like to ask the last question as to why the students or, some other, working professionals who are actually struggling for, in the at the workplace to for better salary, better remuneration, or going above in the hierarchy. So why they should switch their profile to US taxation, and how difficult it is for an average candidate to clear this examination.
Ma'am, I've been watching the videos on YouTube from 1 year when I started my course. And with that span of 1 year, I was very futuristic because I watched the videos of AKPIs and I just got to know about US taxation. And from that, when I do constant research on US taxation, I read articles, when I visit LinkedIn, I just see how much work is being outsourced, right? So that tells the growth of US taxation in coming years in India because they are hiring in large numbers. And what was your second question, ma'am?
The second question is like, apart from if we specifically talk about, the difficulty, the, technicalities and all that, when it comes to, whether we should go for this course or not, because for an average candidate, this is the first question which strikes, right?
Okay, okay, yeah.
How they should actually deal with this. Yeah.
Ma'am, I think you should have self-belief, first of all, that you can do it or not. And it's a course, it's not about you have scored good in 12th or you have scored good in graduation or you are intelligent student, you fall in that category. It's not about that. It's just about that the dedication you provide to the course. Are you actually trying to learn? Are you really want to learn what lawmaker is trying to say? If
Mhm.
you are capable and you're determined to do that, then actually it's the course for you. And there is a lot to learn. You'll actually know what is the difference between a tax strategy and tax shelters.
Mhm.
What people try to do, they just try to avoid taxes by doing things that are not relevant to the IRS. In enrolled agent, the IRS tells you what are the basic tax strategies that you should implement to you know uh, lessen your tax liability.
Basically, the, enlightening the between the tax evasion and tax,
Yeah,
planning and
exactly.
all that, right?
Yeah. So
So,
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
please continue.
So that's what they try to tell us. They try to teach us, and you are eager to learn. Then you should come to the course, and most welcome. The course will welcome you in a very good way.
And how many number of hours are required in a week to, justify this framework of enrolled agent?
Ma'am, I used to study for 4 hours. I'll be very honest. I was not consistent with my study routine. Before 2 to 3 weeks, I started studying for 8 to 10 hours. Before
Okay.
that, I was studying for 2 to 3 hours. I was taking it. Sometimes you get demotivated and you take it casually, but at the end, you should know that it's not a strategy to give 2 hours someday and some hours you have to give 10 to 12 hours. It's not like that. Just make a specific plan. If you have to give 3 hours or if you have to give 6 hours, give
Mm.
it. And just be continuous, be regular, and you get through it easily. And most probably the lectures of Shami sir.
Exactly,
That
because
is
it
the
has
most
always been
important part.
endeavor of, Shami sir to give the examples, incorporate, some practical instances just to give you a fair amount of understanding with respect to the provisions and
Yes,
statutes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That
how would
that
you,
examples plays very important role.
very important role, exactly.
Yeah.
And how would you rate AKPS Institute on a scale of 10 in the end?
Obviously, ma'am, 10. I've become an enrolled agent mostly, so I'll rate 10.
Right. So, thank you so much, Vasu, for giving your valuable feedback to us. And Vasu has finally become an enrolled agent. So, Vasu EA now, right?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
So, thank you for giving your feedback. Thank you.